They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. This defense for the Packers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Darnold. Drops it underneath to Spiller. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Darnold on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return is Cohen. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's out to Chubb, complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers, and this is caught by Watkins. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Give them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Needed 13, they got 14 on 3rd down.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Flush to his right. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. First and goal from just inside the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. They may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Rodgers' throw pulled in by Renfro. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys that we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive with the field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. His throw incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Rodgers going to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Rodgers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time.
Well, they got a takeaway on the last drive with an interception. How about this sack as a terrific follow-up? And that keeps pressure on this offense, and it could force them into more rush decisions or another turnover.
Now a throw here to his running back. Running right through him. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers, the open man here, Renfro. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Justin Madubuike. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Detroit. It's It's a punt return score of 70 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Lutz with the extra point. That'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, trying to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Midfield, here's Rodgers. They set up the screen to Chubb. No gain on the screen there at second down. On play action, now Rodgers. In trouble and he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Darnold for the red zone now. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tied football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play.
Oh, Chubb fumbled it, but fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's looking right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face third and short. Now Rodgers. And completes to Zach Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on third and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Here's Darnold. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Alec Pierce, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now on first down. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Here's Jackson to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Darnold now to throw. And right with it here over the middle. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To the air again, Darnold. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Flushed out right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. To throw is Darnold. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A first down throw, Darnold. That is caught. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. And it's a quick flip out to Cooper. Complete. Touchdown! Amari Cooper. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. What's good on the extra point? And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
First down, Packers.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Lions are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. Shifts past him at the 45. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It was Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Henry up the middle. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot him away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the 2nd half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on.